Hi, Cancer. I am the Awakened Dreamer, and I'm here to give you a bonus tarot reading uh, for the results of the monthly tarot readings for the month of November 2020. And so I decided this month to go off of the most likes for the sign that got the most likes for the general readings for the month, as well as the money and career ones for November. And so Leo won the general, which I had already done their bonus. And then now you guys won for the money and career. So I do want to, of course, before continuing, take this moment to express my appreciation and gratitude for all of your likes and comments and subscriptions if you're new to this channel. And I meditated on your overall energy for the reading before beginning. The message that came through was realizing your true power. Realizing your true power. Nice. So let's get started. Let's start off by pulling a message or two from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. I just got a bunch of new Oracle decks, so I feel like these bonus readings are a perfect opportunity to have some fun with them. Break them in, if you will. So let's do some shuffling first. And if you're brand new to this wonderful channel, it's good to be aware that I do typically take jumper or flyer cards. And with exceptions, when guided to, I pull from the top and bottom of the deck. Just good to be aware of. Alrighty, what do we have for our lovely Cancers to begin this bonus read? That was quick. I'm being told to pull one more. What else do we have for Cancer? Thank you, Spirit. To begin this reading. Ooh. So we have not for you to begin. It feels like there's something in your life or somebody in your life who or has been sort of lingering for a while, who has had a place in your life but is no longer meant for you. For some of you, this is somebody new or something new coming in, but for the majority of you Cancers out there, this is somebody or a situation that has been a part of your life that just isn't for you. It may have at one point, or they may have been at one point, but at this point moving forward, as you, like the overall message says, you realize or start to remember your true power. You got to realize and make adjustments with people, places, and situations that are no longer meant to come with you into this next powerful stage of your life. And then we have a change in the wind. And it feels like if things have been difficult or a struggle for you recently, Cancer, there's a change in the wind, just like it says. Things are starting to shift for you in a better direction. Things aren't going to feel like they always just kind of end on a blah note, or just always this, you're always driving that struggle bus, if you will. And I feel like this is interesting, it's coming through, is because you're partially realizing your stripes or gaining them. You're realizing who you truly are, realizing your true power once again, and letting it shine for the world to see. So therefore, right side by side with that, the winds are now changing for you. It just feels like a lot of the signs are going, including Cancer, is going through the closing of a karmic cycle as things start to change and improve and whatnot. To the sea. And it just feels like a lot of Cancers are now being like, you know what, I got to go and do what's right for me. I got to sail away. I got to drive away, fly away, whatever form of transportation you decide to utilize. It just feels like to certain people and situations in your life, you are sort of saying, I'm sorry, but I'm really not, because I got to go. Whether it's you leaving a job or leaving your family behind temporarily, or friends or whatever, soul connections. Ooh, and you know what I'm just noticing? Look at closely. See this face in the sky? I feel like that's your main spirit guide watching over you, protecting you. looking almost smug, kind of proud that you're doing what's right for you. And I'm being told to swap this because in the imagery, if you look, you're sailing away from this not for you card. How perfect is that? And then the fourth of these four cards, we have new life, excuse me. New life. And look at that. It's almost like she's getting up and yawning and stretching. It feels like you're going through this transformation, this change, as you realize more about you and who you're meant to be and your power in this lifetime. As an individual, as a unique soul. And it's just rewarding you with this new life. You know, if it feels like you wanted to change certain areas of your life, it's going to happen. It's in the midst of happening. You just need to keep reevaluating and making changes when necessary, adjustments when necessary. Very interesting. Oh, and I love that when I swapped these top two, it's now 6 and 7. Just a random side note. Let's do some shuffling so I can pull 6 tarot cards for you guys. A simple 6 card spread, if you will. One shuffled down. And I'm being drawn back to this change in the wind card, and I feel like another message coming through is also to, for some of you Cancers out there, try not to be resistant of change. Try to be open to and go with the flow with when it comes to all of these necessary changes occurring in your life. But then you think about it, when you go through a transition and you're exiting a karmic cycle into a brighter, you know, more powerful stage of your life, how can you expect that to happen without changes? Anyways, what do we have for Cancers to continue this bonus read? Thank you, Spirit. We got one out. What else do we have for Cancer? Keep them coming for our lovely Cancers. You want me to, this is interesting because they wanted these on the bottom. So we will just pull the last two from the top. And the Fool card at the bottom. I feel like as you change and grow and learn more about yourself and where you're heading in life, I feel like you're deciding to do exactly what I was just saying. Be a bit more free, more free-flowing, more flexible. Some of you might want to start doing some traveling. It's interesting because as you realize your true power, you become more free-flowing and more and lighter because of it. I love that. Instead of, you know, becoming more, you know, abrupt and feisty. And do you know what I'm saying? All right, so we're starting off with the Emperor. I feel like you are stepping into a stage of your life where you're becoming very strategic if you haven't been in the past, or continue to do so if you have been. You know, thinking thoroughly about that next move in this game we call life, if you will. But sort of sitting there confidently at the same time manifesting while you're thinking about your next move. And that's how you manifest what you want into your life. Love it. You know, because as I always say, you have to imagine and believe in what you're trying to manifest 1000%, not a single doubt in your mind, and then start to take steps in that direction towards accomplishing whatever that is for you. And then behind the scenes, we have Spirit and the universe sort of working out a few details so that everything can start to fall into place. And that's how you co-create and manifest with Spirit. And it feels like you, as you move into this new cycle, this new stage of your life, this new chapter and journey, if you will, you are doing a lot better job of that. And that skill and way of being will just kind of grow and as you continue to grow. So the Hermit. I feel like as you do that, it kind of, you will, don't be surprised when you're put in a mindset where you kind of want to take a step back and just do your own thing, where you don't really feel like socializing as much. You feel it's better, a better use of your resources and energy to take a step back and do the inner work and maybe try to figure out a few details in your life, or maybe get your career off the ground in a very kind of solo way. Don't feel bad about this, do you? Virgo energy. But I mean, it doesn't surprise me because we were just talking about how analytical, how strategic you're being. So I feel like you do kind of, if you haven't been recently, you're going to be picking up on very kind of Virgo energy. There might be Virgo in your chart. And then we're finishing off the first half of the spread with the Devil card. Too much overthinking, my friend. Too much overthinking. It's controlling your life at times, and you know that. And I feel like you keep getting reminded of it because Spirit in the universe wants you to kind of figure your own individual way of removing that from your life, so that you can, have a clearer mind, so you can accomplish more, so you can be the powerful, successful individual that you know you're meant to be in this lifetime. And I feel like this isn't something new. I feel like you get all up in your head and you allow for it to make you even a bit emotional at times. I mean, we all do, but anyways, just something to be aware of, okay? And then the Ten of Swords, to move on to the second half of the spread. It's the end of overthinking. It's the end of doubting yourself. It's the end of allowing other people's opinions to take such a hefty weight in your life. To kind of strip away the majority of that value to other people's opinions and views and all of that stuff. Because it's almost like I now feel the need to say, when you do get into hermit mode, just be careful, because it's a lot of extra time, which is good, but for your thoughts to kind of unravel in a negative direction, when you want to kind of keep some sort of control over your thoughts during this hermit time, so that you can try to minimize this overthinking that does end up controlling your life in one way, shape, or form. But the Ten of Swords is all about how, as you move forward, it's the end of that overthinking. It's the end of that doubt. It's the end of you allowing all that quiet time and kind of that hermit time to, unravel into such overthinking. So it just feels like you're finally starting to learn your lesson. You're preventing a tower moment, if you will. And then we have the Eight of Cups. Oh, before we move on, the Ten of Swords is aligned with the Emperor card. And I feel like the more you're able to eliminate that overthinking, that stressing yourself out, getting in your head, you will be the emperor more in your life moving forward. You'll be able to kind of maintain that way of being, that mindset, again, as you move forward. And it's side by side with the change in the wind. And I love that, because the change in the wind, and then we have these kind of birds flying away from it. And it just feels like you're allowing for things to change at this point moving forward. And therefore you will start to see the results of that. And I mean, if you think back to when you were in that emperor mindset, when you were feeling more confident and more you were able to make these decisions in your life in a calm and strategic way, you'll also look back and be like, well, then why would I start to overthink moving forward again? Because if you don't, again, there's going to be a tower moment from the universe. But again, things are changing. You're changing. Allow for all of which to kind of flow in the right direction, a positive direction. The Eight of Cups. And I feel like you decide to walk away from a situation that maybe makes you overthink even more, or makes you doubt your true power or your true destiny in this lifetime. It's going to be different for all of you, because it's general for Cancers, but it could be a person or a group of people or a job or living situation. It could simply be just you walking away from any sort of doubt or fear you've had about how things are going to unravel for you, and just sort of realizing, you know what, There's no time. Life's too short to sort of waste that mental space and time kind of stressing over how things are going to unravel, because you're meant for success, you know, and it's a big part of you realizing that true power, realizing how strong and how much you're meant to, like I think I've said in this reading, how much you're meant to achieve in this lifetime. And it's aligned with this Eight of Cups, and I do feel like when you are in this hermit mode, or when you allow yourself to get into this hermit mode, yeah, okay, at times like your thoughts do get a bit negative, but I do feel like you also take a lot of good and positive from it as well. And I feel like that's when you came to the conclusion that whatever it is you're walking away from needed to happen. The Six of Pentacles to finish off the 6 cards. And I feel like you making necessary changes, or a necessary change, doing what you have to, you're rewarded from the universe, from spirit. You know, it doesn't go unnoticed. The whole time your guides and spirit in general are on the sidelines kind of clapping for you, being like, good job, Cancer. You walked away, you did what you needed to do. You know, you to the sea, Eight of Cups, you walked away from what's not for you anymore. And so you're given a bit of abundance from the universe as a little gift, as a little reward. A taste of what's to come, if you will. Whether it's a new opportunity to make more money, or it's a little windfall. It's along with the Devil card, and they're saying, see, if you allow yourself to, you know, drift towards this negativity and this overthinking so, you know, every so often, you're going to be preventing such abundance to come in the future. And there's a lot ahead of you as you continue to, once again, realize your true power. Let's finish off by pulling a message, a card from the crystals, the stone deck. It's a fun, cool deck I got, just to see which crystal, which stone would be beneficial for you at this time moving forward. What do we have for Cancer to finish off this lovely bonus read? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, got one here. Beautiful. You got Barit. Excuse me if I mispronounced that. Barit is just how I'm going to go with it. Beautiful. And what's cool about these cards is on the back side, we have all of these different categories, what it is, who needs it, where to put it. I'm not going to read all of it, but let's see what we've got here for you. Ooh, who needs it? Anyone who leaves for work each morning with the sinking suspicion that their true destiny is anything but this. Love that. And it says, tape it to your forehead during meditation. When it's way past time to stop saying yes to things that you hate, ask Barit, however you say it. However, ask Barit what your true calling is, then go live it. It will be terrifying, but what's the alternative? Get answers to your biggest questions. Ooh, I love that. Absolutely beautiful. So go out there and own it, Cancer. And moving forward, don't forget your true power. So with that said and done, I once again more than appreciate your likes, comments, and subscriptions if you are brand new to this channel. And I hope this reading was truly helpful. And I will see you next time. Bye, Cancer.